In this lecture, I will show you how to create an SQLite database with Python. And actually with SQLite, this can be easily done without setting up a server and without defining users, passwords, permissions or whatsoever. So in this video, we are just creating a single SQLite database file in our current working directory. And I'm here on my Jupyter dashboard and in the file project 5 materials. So that's the file that you can download. And here in this folder, we have two files. So we have a Jupyter notebook and a JSON file containing data for some movies. So let's open the Jupyter notebook. And before we can create and work with SQLite databases, we have to import the corresponding library SQLite 3 as SQ3. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the connect method. And with this method, we can actually connect to an existing database in our working directory. And we simply have to pass here the database name or the file name. And in our example, we have here movies.db. And actually, if the database doesn't exist, then connect creates a new database with the name movies.db. And that's exactly what we are going to do now. So we are creating the new database and the new file movies.db with connect. And actually, we not only create the new database, but we also create a connection to the database. And we save the connection object in the variable con. And let's have a look here. So here we have a connection to a SQLite database, movies.db. And now let's inspect our current working directory. And here we can see that we have the new file, movies.db. And obviously the memory usage is 0, so we do not have any data in our database, which is actually no surprise. And we can also further check this by opening here our folder, the corresponding folder. And here we can see that we have movies, and that's a database file with 0 kilobyte. So we have the connection object con, and now we can also execute some SQL queries. And the very first query is the following: select all from SQLite master. And here we can see some meta information. So for instance, which tables we added to the database. And it's no surprise that here we have an empty list. And we can also get a list with all table names in our database. And also here, it's no surprise that this is empty. So we haven't stored any data in any table in our database yet. And that's exactly what we are going to do in the next lecture. But first of all, we should close our connection whenever we are at the end of a session. And we can actually do this with the close method. And now if you try to run a query, then we get the message that we cannot operate on a closed database. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lecture. Bye.